These are some Lutron Caséta Shades. Let me show you how I installed these in my own house. My wife's tired of these curtains. I could care less, but it's been on my list for 9 months, so here's the process.
That's right, I said 9 months. Ladies, it's true. If it's still on there after 10 years, just take it off. It's okay.
These shades are pretty simple. Comes with a little bracket kit here. Not very many pieces to these. As you can see, the little roller shade inside this box. And just for some context, this window is about 8 feet wide by about 7 feet tall. I think the coolest part about these is how few parts there are. This is the right side bracket. All you have to do is there's a little lever there. You just lift that up, pop that out. And now that exposes these holes where I can screw this right into the side of the trim there. This is a really big window, so I'm gonna screw through these holes. I'll go ahead and pilot these holes, and then I'll also screw it into the top of the trim here because I've got kids. I don't trust someone at some point not to hang on that blind, so I just wanna be safe. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is mark those 3 holes. And you want to do this so you don't ruin your trim. So first, I'm gonna put these up there. These are the screws that came with it. That ain't going nowhere. Also, if you need the instructions, they do send this handy QR code that you can just scan with your phone. Now you see what that looks like all covered up, and it's ready for the shade. All right, now that the shade's up there, you can see that I have this end open. Check this out. This makes it nice so that you can just slide it back and forth. There is a little stop here, so you can't slide it all the way out, which is pretty cool if you're by yourself and all you got to do is swap these batteries out. It's got it right past the trim. Something to think about if you have a wall right here, so that there may be something else you have to do with that, but where I've got it wide open, it's pretty nice just to pull that out. 5D batteries, that's all it takes to power this. Let me show you what happens when I slide this all the way in.
What did you think was gonna happen?
That light is actually a button. And that's how you program these shades. You can set them up for switches. You can set them up on the app. We also hate these shades, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. This one's gonna go a little quicker, and then we'll talk about how to set both of these up on one switch so they're raising and lowering together right when I get done. Yes, this has a battery too. No wires in this whole process, which is pretty handy. It does have a mount that you can mount it on the wall. They make little pedestals. You can put it on an end table, on a countertop. So lots of options with this little dude right here. First thing I'm gonna do is push this little button like I said. See how it's lighting up green? Now I can just hold this for 10 seconds and it's gonna pair those. You can see that they both started flashing. There's a little light on here, indicator light, and this light started flashing. That means they're paired. Now I'm gonna adjust the upper and lower limits. I'm gonna press that button again. Now I'm just gonna press this up and the up shade. There should be a communication light there. Yep, you can see it flashing. This is the desired upper location, so I'm just gonna press and hold that for about 10 seconds, and then there will be another communication. Yep, so now that is the upper limit. I'm gonna repeat this process for the lower limit. So that went a little bit further than I wanted, so I'm just gonna raise it up with this up button. See how I can just press it and it goes up a little bit at a time. All right, so I want it to just lightly be like that as the lower limit. Got that green light going, press and hold the upper and this up button. Now it's ready to set that limit. So now I'm just gonna hold the down. All right, so the upper and lower limit should be set. Let's try it out. That is very smooth and very quiet. All right, as you saw, it stopped right where I set that limit. Now I'm gonna lower it and I'll test out that lower limit. Let's see if it stops. Stopped right where I set it. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other shade, and then I'll show you both of them working together. I do want you to keep in mind this is the same remote. It's not a different remote. I'm ready to snap these back into place. I just hit that lower button. Now another cool feature about these, as you can see, they're both lowering at the exact same time. This one over here is gonna stop right when it gets to where it goes. That one's gonna finish going down it's the rest of the way. Another cool feature about these is the Lutron app. If you have lighting controls with the Lutron switches, you can easily add these Caséta blinds into your system with the hub. And you have this switch. If you don't have it, you can raise and lower it like this, but I personally will take advantage of the app. I will set these on a timer to raise and lower. I probably won't even use this very much, but I do have that option if I want to. If you ever want to add a switch, get those on separate switches. It's really easy. You just go back through and program one of them and you're good to go. I guess the only thing left now is to spackle and paint all those holes from the curtains. That can be on another list. I'll get to it in 9 months.